It's on, no problem. It's okay for you?
It's okay, thank you.
Thank you, thanks a lot. Very first question: how it was to organize all of this big show, because it seems that nobody tried something bigger before.
Well, it has been really hard work trying to organize it all virtually because we've got about maybe 300 people around the world working full time on this, but we haven't seen each other physically in the last month while we've been working on it. We received a phone call from the United Nations about a month ago asking if Global Citizen would engage with the artist community to try to pull this off. And we've been working around the clock every single day, no sleep. And then tomorrow, some of the greatest artists on the planet are going to be coming together to take one world together at home in support of community health workers to fight COVID-19.
Yes, it was a big idea. Do you remember the very first moment when the idea came up?
Yes, I do. I received a phone call from the head of the WHO, Dr. Tedros, and then I spoke to our partner, Chris Martin of Coldplay, and Chris started performing acoustically in his living room the next morning on Instagram, and it went viral. And then from there, Lady Gaga called the following week because the WHO had asked her to be a musical curator of the campaign. And then all of a sudden, the momentum started to grow from there.
Okay, and it's get bigger and bigger, and you will have stop tomorrow, so you can go bigger and bigger. But you got Stevie Wonder, Elton John. It's amazing.
Well, this morning we just announced the Rolling Stones are joining as well.
Sorry. And the Rolling Stone this morning. Okay, wow. And which kind of role played Lady Gaga in this show? We get the feeling that is she's in the very center. She's embraced all the project.
Yeah, she's played a really important role. She's helped curate the music. She reached out to Elton John. She called Sir Paul McCartney. She called many of the artists personally. But she's also been helping raise money for the World Health Organization. She convened a phone call that we had with our friend and partner, Declan Kelly from Teneo, to bring together CEOs of many companies. And we asked them all to contribute to the WHO. And she was on that phone call and helped encourage the private sector to step up. So she's been involved in many aspects of the coordination.
It would be, yes, yes, and she was everywhere. We saw her at the not the OMS but the health the wealth because I did the Organisation Mondiale de la Santé in French, but in English it's Wealth World Organization. Okay, I got it. But we heard her talking in this big, very high situation. We remember Live Aid. We remember big event like this. Do you think that this event will be at this level and it will be an historical artist commitment moment?
Well, I can't. It's not my place to draw comparisons with Live 8. That's for someone else to make. I just want to keep our head down and focused on serving and making sure this event supports the community health workers who are the true heroes in all of this. Because when we're responding to COVID-19, we need the doctors, we need the nurses, we need the lab practitioners who are putting their life in danger every day to help protect the rest of society. They really are the heroes, and that's why we're doing this.
Exactly, they are the heroes, but the artists find a way to build their role, and it's very important. What kind of mission have an artist in this kind of fight against COVID and coronavirus?
Well, I think that artists can play a really important role. I think artists can make you feel more connected as a global community at a time when people feel very isolated. They can also shine a spotlight on how to actually fight COVID-19, which is through testing, social distancing, therapeutics, and a vaccine. They can also help citizens understand what you can do locally to support local charities, as well as globally to support the WHO. And I think they can also help ask the questions as to why this shouldn't happen again, why this can be a moratorium on pandemic preparedness. So I think artists have a very big role to play. And their music inspires all throughout history. Music has been the great uniter of social movements, from the anti-apartheid movement through the anti-slave trade movement. Music has been the common thread. And I think now, as we fight our common enemy of COVID-19, music is once again bringing us all together.
Yes, it's true, and we have to be together to win against this disease, because it's a worldwide. Nobody is out of this problem, and it's great that this kind of moment can happen. How hard it was to put everybody all together. Just Lady Gaga gave some folklore, and everything was very simple. But technically, can you tell us the inside too? How can it built? How you built this kind of moment?
Well, we have producers here in New York. We have producers in Los Angeles. We have producers across Europe. And when the artists have been performing in their living room, they're sending all of their performances in, and then news packages around the world have been produced from news agencies, picking up stories from China, from France, from Italy, from across Africa. And all of these stories have come together to turn it into a global digital broadcast, which will run for 5 hours, and then a 2-hour primetime special that will be broadcast on all of the major networks around the world.
Yeah. In the TV business, you just bring peace for one night. That's great. And very simple, very last question. Stay home would be the leitmotif tonight, tomorrow night. Do you think it might be possible that we will have a second episode, a second edition? Because the disease will still be here, and maybe we'll have still to keep on fighting against the COVID.
It's possible. I never want to rule anything out these days, because I wouldn't have planned to do this even a month ago. So who knows?
Who knows? It's great. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And thank you for this few minutes. And be strong for the organization. And maybe see you for the next one.
Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.